Hey guys, today we're going to talk about finding grade A trades. Welcome back to the vid. My name is AKIL'S. I am a trader. I am also a trading coach over at tier1trading.com. Not to do too much shameless plug, but if you want to learn how to trade, if you're struggling, head over there. Courses, educational resources, support by myself and Jason Greystone. Great community of traders, not just left to your own. We actually walk you through. So check it out for more information. One of the problems that many newer traders have is they want to overtrade. Now, before you get offended, I was in the same shoes as you at one point in time. I didn't just come out born a super trader. I was a trader who thought I knew what I was doing, then lost a lot of money not knowing what I was doing, only to kind of figure out what I thought I knew what I was doing, then losing money because I still didn't know what I was doing, to eventually knowing what I should be doing, but was incapable of doing the things that I should be doing, and eventually finding out what to do in order to do the things that I knew I should be doing. And that was a very long process, but I made it, and now I can give tips to you guys so that that process isn't so long for you. And one of the biggest mindset shifts that I had in my trading was shifting my mindset from looking for reason to trade, looking for reason to trade, looking for reason to trade, because if you look for something hard enough, you'll always find it and you won't be too happy with what you find, to looking for reasons not to trade. And that's how we separate the best trading opportunities from just trading opportunities, and you become more efficient. You don't lose as much, you save more of your profit, and that helps you get richer and richer and richer and richer, right? So in today's video, I'm going to share some footage from our live trading room where we're looking at a trading opportunity. This is, the end of December. My trading is done for the year, so I'm not really interested in taking anything, but we're walking through a technical opportunity that looks good, but doesn't look great. And I'll tell you why there's a difference between the two. So we have a nice pullback here. The problem is it doesn't fit within my IPDE. So here's what I like, right? And we didn't do the IPDE, walk you through the process, but this is a good sign, right? Pullback, nice reversal pattern at structure, right? This is a very good sign if you were looking to get long. RSI went oversold as well. If you're a stochastics person, stochastics crossed, K crossed the D. We're bringing all the tools out here, right? I bet we're at the bottom of a Keltner channel. If I want to bring in my Keltner channel, nope, I don't want to change it. I'm going to see it. Look at that. Bottom of a Keltner channel as well. The stars and the moon are aligning. But this is an example of the what versus the where. So if we zoom out and we go through our IPDE process and we identify, where would you guys identify that we are trading at? So where is price action at? What has price action recently done? What would you guys say? Where is price action at? What has price action recently done? Would you guys say price action is at a previous level of structure? At structure resistance. Okay, so based on what you identify price action to be doing, based on what you identify as where price action is at, what is your prediction? Or maybe the better question is, what isn't your prediction? Is your prediction that price action is likely to go higher? Now, again, I'm not saying there's a wrong or right answer here. Different traders will have different views, different philosophies on structure, what structure is important, what structure is not important. Do they expect retest? Do they not expect retest, right? There's going to be some differences, especially depending on if you are more trend continuation based versus counter trend based, if you care about structure, don't care about structure. But again, this is just the general process that you want to go through. So with price action hitting a previous level of structure, holding at a previous level of structure, is your prediction that price action is likely to continue up? That's the main question that needs to be asked. If your answer is yes, this is a fine trading opportunity, right? You've got price action pushing down in the previous structure left. You've got RSI over, I never can find these things, right? RSI oversold. You've got a nice higher high, higher close. This is also an inside bar break. right? That gives you an entry right here. If you're expecting price action to go higher, perhaps you're expecting a retest of the highs right here. If we're doing a 1 ATR stop, what is my ATR? After this entry candle, it was 29. What's our low here? Our low is 61 tens. So 161 minus 19 is at 81. This looks like 81. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're looking at a stop loss that looks like here. That's your risk profile. You've got to trade. Or if you're not allowed to enter a higher high, higher close, or if you missed it and you need a secondary reason for entry, what else can we look for? What would be a secondary reason for entry? Who can tell me? If you guys are new, I like making you think. I don't like giving answers. I want you thinking about it because that's a better way to learn than me just telling you stuff. But what would be a secondary form of entry if perhaps you couldn't get involved in this? Double bottom, yeah. Price comes back and retest structure. If we get a hold, double bottom, that's more confirmation. Yeah. So it's a decent trade setup, right? You got a risk reward that works. You're at a beautiful level, in my opinion. You've got multiple entry reasons. The inside bar would have given you a quicker break, more aggressive, but a quicker break. But the main question lies from this level, do you expect price action to go higher? Because at the end of the day, right, and this is why I hate it when traders are worried about that they spend so much energy on like, Akil, what's the entry? What's the entry? What's the entry? It didn't happen in our last workshop because we kind of purposely got a more educated crowd there or more professional crowd there, right? But in past workshops, especially the ones where we let everyone in, it's like we're trying to teach like philosophy and process and the stuff that really matters. Like, what's the entry? What's the entry? What's the entry? Right? Like over the years, I've come to the conclusion that the entry is probably the least important part of the equation. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. You need an entry to get involved, right? You need something to trigger yourself like this. I need this to actually get involved in the trade. But the most important part is the prediction. Because let me ask you this, right? If you have the best entry in the world, but your prediction is off, will you ever make money? If your protective stop prediction is off, you'll just get stopped out prematurely. If your target profit prediction is off, then price action will never get to the level that you need to give you money. If your directional prediction is off, price will never move in your direction. So it's like, what shouldn't we be focusing on the prediction first? Because there's millions of ways to enter. We just named 3 right here. 4, right? Aggressively on that first red candle. Semi-aggressively on that inside bar break. Whatever's less than semi-aggressively, but not quite conservative on that higher high, higher close. More conservative on the double bottom, right? 4 entries. It doesn't matter. They all get you involved in the trade. That's kind of personal preference and how aggressive or conservative you want to be. But the question is the prediction. Do you predict price to go higher from this level? Because I can tell you what, if you don't, and this is a question that we should ask ourselves, but so many traders don't, if we don't predict price action to go higher from this level, what is the point of trading if in order to make profit, we need price action to go higher from this level? There is no point. It's like betting on a team you don't think is going to win. So that's why that prediction phase, right, which stems from the identification phase, is so important. Now, again, different traders have different philosophy. For me, I don't expect trends to continue, directional movements to continue, until price has proven that they're more likely to continue. Well, Akil, what does proven mean? Well, for me, proven means a violation of previous structure. What is a violation of previous structure? In this case, a higher high, higher close. So because we did not get a higher high, higher close up here at structure, I can't predict that price is likely to go higher. If I can't predict that price is likely to go higher, I can't be involved in a trade where I need price action to go higher in order to win. Does that make sense, guys? Again, I'm not saying you need to think the same way as me. I don't want you to think the same way as me, right? Figure out the way you think. Everyone's different. But the process is what keeps you intact. Because I never made it past the P part, I can't even get to the other steps, right? This is kind of the halfway point. I can't get to the decide how I want to enter and then ultimately execute the trade. I could never get here because this was like my stop. This was when we were doing, my kid has this little circuit thing, educational circuit thing where you create a circuit and it lights up an egg and it makes a fan spin, all this cool stuff, right? And then we're teaching them about how, like, hey, when you disrupt the circuit, if I don't connect this or you make one mistake at any point in the circuit, guess what? Boom, the fan doesn't spin. And he's like, why doesn't the fan spin? I'm like, well, we messed up at somewhere, so we got to go back and figure out where we messed up at. So it's the same way in this process, right? I get blocked right here from this trading opportunity. And because I have this 4-step process to follow, I never get to this point. This should be an E, sorry. I never get to that point. And because I never get to that point, I never get involved in trades that I shouldn't be in. Again, nice location and everything for the trade, but it doesn't fit into the general process. Again, and this is the difference in traders just trading the trade and traders trading, I guess, in a way that fits their trading rules. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you love the content. Been getting great feedback on the Trading Coach podcast episodes. We're doing a lot of fun video episodes with funny editing and whatnot, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. I'm having a blast recording them, and of course, we're still hitting you with the topics you need to know, so make sure you check that out here on YouTube, but also on your favorite podcasting app every day of the week. Well, 5 days a week, I guess you would say. All right, until next time, plan to trade your plan. Take care.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display.